I want to start from data documentation or keeping track of things. The first thing in the data documentation, what we have to know is do file, or what we call it, the file that is saved under the name of .do or do file. Do file is the file we open from our software that can be used for another time, like it is a storage of the starter command. Then we can run that command by executing it in, like, in another time where we want to use this type of software. So it is generally the data files are gonna use us for retyping or reusing our previous command from our files. So I will show you how we are going to open the do file from our data, but for now I will go on by, like, show you what these files looks like. Okay, from here, as you have seen, this is called syntax highlighting, and the do file editor colors starter command is blue. All the time from our do file, the command is blue in color, but if we going to, like, make a comment about something, if we want to give a description about our command, we write a comment. The comment is right. The comment is like written by star. Then we will write our comment. Then we enter to the new line. The color of the comment is green, and the color of the file or the command we're going to run is red. It is red. So we will see this from our Stata software. Let me open the Stata. This is our Stata software. From here, to open the do file, what we have to do is we write command do edit and we enter it. Then this spreadsheet is open. Then I will write here what is the title of this do file. So it is like a comment. So I click start, then make space, and let's say stata do file test. Stata do file test. Have you seen from this stata do file test? So this means it is a comment. That's why it is written by the green color. So after we open our do file, we will save it. So here is a save, or the other option is by clicking his save as or save. But we can also use a toolbar save. Then I click on save, and here I give a name like stata do file test. Then okay, select the folder. Let me make on the desktop. So again, do files here, make here. Okay, so I select and I save my do file. Later on I open this file, and what I have to do is I have to select each correct command from the variable window, I mean from the review window, then paste to the do files. Let's go. So this is what the do file looks like. For example, let me show you another do files what I have already used from the files. So to open the do file, I will write here do edit, then enter. Then here, this is the open, so I will click here and select it from another one, especially if I have another do files. I've already have another do file, and I want to show you what do files looks like. Okay, here it is. This is a do file I've already saved. So from here, this is when I open the do file files and I gave the name. It was opened from where I just write down this by myself because after start everything is comment. Then here is the do file data view. Data view, this is a command. View is a command, that's why it is blue. Edit is command, d is command, codebook is command, sum. The red one is it is a variable name. This is all command. This is all command. So this is our do files. What is the use of do file? Do file is used for executing later time if you want to analyze the same data. For example, this is already analyzed, but if I want to analyze this one, I will click here and select this word. Then I will click execute or do. Then this spreadsheet will be open. This is how we use the do file. Or for example, I can just click this command and execute it. If I open my Stata software, you have seen from here, it is not correct actually. It's already done. So this is what the Stata do file looks like. How to run, I've already showed you how to run. We select from our do file what we want to run, then we click on the execute or do files, then we can just run our command. Comment is any type of description that is not executed. We don't use as a command. Comment is not executed. So it is all about description or what we want to give, like a detailed information for our command. So we can write comment in two ways. The first thing is we can write comment. We can write comment like this, like star, then space, then write what we want to write. Or we can also use star, then forward slash, and I can write, for example, do file is used to store the list of command, then slash and forward slash and star. This is a comment. Have you seen it? The comment always looks green in color. This is how we write the comment under the do file. Okay, so this do file should have to be saved after we finish our analysis because we are going to select this command. We select this command and we just right click on it and copy it and paste paste to our paste to our do files. We paste here. This is how we save our how we use a do file. So right now I have no more information about what I am going to do, so I have to like save later on. So don't save it and we will go on. Okay, long lines in do files. If we have a long lines in do files, what we have to do? Long lines means, for example, if our command is very long and unfortunately it becomes two line, what we have to do, because Stata never read two lines as a one line. So when we enter to new line, Stata will understand that new line as a new command. To avoid this, if we have a long command, what we need to do is we write our command with a 3 forward slash, then at the middle there is After a space, we write our command, and finally we make a three forward slash. Then we can select that do file and we can run it. As you have seen from here, if it is two line but we want to run or execute it as a one command, what we have to do is we write our command, then there is a three slash over here. It is a forward slash after space, so we can run it. After selecting, we can run our command. This is how we're gonna use do file in case of long lines or if we have a new lines. Okay, this is the way we document our data from a do file. We can document the command. Actually, only the command is saved under the do file, but if we want to save all the result window and the command like one data, we have to use logs file. We open the logs file. Logs file is a type of data that is going to be saved by .smcl. Do file is do, but this one is smcl. For example, how we can open the logs from our data? We click on this data, we came on the file, then here is a log. Log is used to be, if we want to begin our log, we will click begin, and now on our data will be saved until we finish or until we close our log run. Every time when we use Stata, we have to open log files because it is used to store what we were done, or it is like very important for storing our command with our result. So what we have to do is anytime or every time we start our analysis, we have to open the log rank or log file. Even from the tools bar, here is also the do file. This is a do file, and we have a log from here. This is a log rank. So let me open the log. Let's we begin. Here it is already. We have to save this file also like a do file. This is, as you have seen from here, smacl format is this one. The do file is do. This one is smacl. So let me give log stata test. This is a file name, and I will save. Where can I save? Okay, let me save over here. All right. So now on November 24, 2022, on this local time, I have started my analysis. After all, everything I'm going to do is stored, whether it is correct or not. It is gonna be stored under my log rank. Okay, let's go on. This is how we open the log files. Now let's start to know our data. Of course, until now we didn't have any type of data, so we have to enter the data. To enter any type of data or to open any type of data, we have to clear our result window. Then I will open the Stata files, and let's open the Stata file. Okay. Okay. This one, I think. Yes, it is. I've opened my file. Now on, we are going to analyze data. Until now, we have seen what is data, how we use a window, and also how just we document our file, how we store by using do files and the log files. But now on, we are going to analyze the data. So we have to know what we have to do in our data analysis. So let's start with our presentation. Okay. Um, This is a command. It is a very important command. As you have seen, the command is like browse. Browse is used to open a spreadsheet of the data. If we want to preview or if we want to know what our data looks like, we write browse, the full name, or br on the stata command. Let's check it. Okay, here it is. Br, I can say br, then this is my data, the data I have entered. So from here, if you see, this is my data, what it looks like, and I have a data of 200 respondents. So you can check it from here. But here you cannot edit your data, but you can see, you can display the data. Or in another case, I can write the full name. Bros or BR is the same. It is the same. Have you seen? It is the same. So this is bros. It is called bros. Then the other one is the other command is bros var list. If we want to see a specific variable, we write br, then okay, we will click, for example, gender here, this one, backward arrow, then we will see this variable. Okay, this command is not correct. Okay, yeah, we can specifically we can use like that. Then the other one is edit. If we want to edit the data, that means if you want to edit, you will click edit and run, then this spreadsheet comes. So I can change now. If I want to make this 1780, I can click and save. I can click in the save, but I don't want to save, I don't want to change it. I want to show you what we are going to do with edit. Okay, we have a list also. We have a list. By clicking the list or by writing the list under the command, we will get the list of all variables. Have you seen? We can click more if we want to see up to the end. So this is a list, or we can click list and click only one variable, then we will have only single variable. I want to know the data of 200 respondents, uh, you know, their gender. This is how we display our data. Okay, let me check edit, then gender. I want to edit only gender, so you can see from here the values. Okay, or this is the other command. Let's browse. Only I want to see the data of gender, race, cs, what it looks like. Then I enter my data. This is specifically we can use like that. Specifically we can write our command like this, and we can see what our data looks like. Even list, you can list a specific variable. If you want to use a specific variable, write br or browse, then space, then click on the variable. Yeah, okay, let's go. Selecting observations, we can also use in or if. By using in or if, we can write a lot of command. For example, in is used to select by observation or by number. Select by observation raw numbers. For example, browse 6 age in 110. What do this mean? Browse 6 age 110 means I want to know the data of sex and age of respondent from 1 to 10 only. I don't want to see or I don't want to know the data of another respondent, but I want to see from 1 to 10 what their sex and age data looks like. This is what I mean. Let's check it. For example, list, we write list as our command, list, or browse, read, write, you want list. Okay, here. After I write list, I will select, for example, gender, cis, and race in 1/20. I want to see the data of 20 respondents, the first 20 respondents, their data about gender, socioeconomic status, and their race. So I will enter, this is their data. Have you seen? I only want to see the variable like gender, cis, or socioeconomic status, and the race. Only for 20 respondents. I can say also browse or BR. We can say browse or BR. Then I will click on the type of variable I want to know. Then in 1 up to 50. That means I want to see the data of 50 respondents about their gender, their program type, whether they are like read or not. So I will enter, this is the data. I can browse it, I can look the preview of my 50 respondents. So this is how our command to work on Stata software. Okay, for example, list read in 5. List read in 5. List read in 5. This means I want to know variable name read or number 5. Only the respondent of 5. ID number 5 is ID number by the way. So when I click here, respondent number 5 read 47. You know, this is my data. For example, I can say browse. I want to see browse gender number 10. What's the gender of number 10? Here it is. Okay, I didn't write in that's why. Browse gender in 10. Okay, here it is. Respondent number 10, gender is 1. What is 1? 1 is male. I've already have my label, gave a label name for my data. So this is how our Stata understand our language. Okay, let's go on. If, what is if? If is select by condition. If we want to select certain condition by using if, we only want to know about the type of data we want to know. For example, gender equals to 1, math is greater than 50. So list we can see only like with a certain condition. For example, let me check by using read. For example, gender equals to 1 means it is recognized. Okay, this is let's use, for example, list read write gender if gender equals to 1. That means, for example, list then gender race cis. I want to know the gender, race, and the socioeconomic status if they are male. I want to know the race and also socioeconomic status of the men only. I don't want to know the females one. So I will say if gender equals to 1. Have you seen it? So this is the data of male, all male with their economic system, I mean economic status, race, and the gender. I can also browse, okay, list, read, write. If, for example, if gender equals to 2, this is the data of female, gender 2, the read write. You can browse like this. You can see the data like this. It's all about that, okay? This is the if condition. So we can use if and we can make a condition to select our data. The other one is explore data before analysis. If you want to know our data before analysis, we can use this type of command like codebook and inspect variables value. If we want to know the value of our variable, we can use codebook. Describe is to produce summary of the data set, and summarize is the distribution. You can summarize the distribution of our data. Tabulate is to tabulate the frequency and like percentage. So we check it. Okay, codebook, then we will select one file from here, then I will run it. This is what type of variable it is: gender, type of variable, numeric, range, unique value, tabulation frequency value. This is how we use a code book. And we can also use like describe or d. I can also write d is a command also. So describe, then gender. Let's check it. Okay, this is a description of gender. Gender floats, display formats, value labels. We can see this. Also, we can summarize. I can write some or summarize the full name of gender. Then this is a summary of variables gender, standard deviation, mean, maximum value, minimum value, mean, and observation. Okay. Then I can also tabulate. Tabulate is a frequency, so I can made a. Okay, this is a frequency and percentage and the frequency of gender. One is male, two is female. So I can see like that. You can use also for another like summarize gender, race, socioeconomic status. This is how it looks like. Summarize gender, summarize tabulate gender. This is summarize gender, race, socioeconomic status, gender, race. Then we can tabulate also. Tabulate this gender, race, says. Okay. Okay, tabulate. I'm sorry. Tabulation is for only one variable. So I cannot um, tabulate two or more variables. Describe, summarize. Okay, tabulate. Let's go on another command. Tabulate var names option. Tabulate var name option. Tabulate. Okay, let's tabulate gender, comma, this socioeconomic status. Not even correct. Okay. The other is tab 1. Tab 1. If we want to have a table, we can write tab 1, and this is a table, tabulation of gender. Or we can say tab 1, gender, race, this, like from here, tab 1. Okay, I think this one is correct. So this is how our tabulation looks like. Okay, this is the other command. For example, chi-square. If we want to use chi-square, chi2 or ch is a command. Fisher test, exact, gum. This is a command. Anyways, you can use it. Mm. For example, table gender race, tab gender, tab race plot. Plot is used to show by paragraph, by graph. Tab race plot. I mean tab race comma. Okay, what's going on? Okay. So lastly, what we have to do is we will open our Stata, and we will just select all our files from the review board by right click, I mean Ctrl plus A, then copy it. We'll copy this file and we can enter to our files. Okay, we can open another do file, by the way. New do files, then here I just paste my file over here, and I can write what is this file. This is do file Stata test. Then I will save it. I'll give do file test. Yeah, then I can choose the folder. For example, let me choose this folder and I save it. Now the last thing what I have to do is enter file, then go to log and close my log. I closed my log and I can open my log, and it look all my file, what my files looks like. So log and view. Okay, I can browse it from where I have saved it. Okay, this one. Yeah, then I select. This is what my data looks like. This is what I have done. Okay, so we have finished. Now we close our Stata. So to close our Stata, we write exit and enter. This is how the Stata file is closed.